Hi everybody, welcome back to AbFab. I hope you all had an absolutely fabulous week. This video has a nod to a biggest bang for your buck. So as I've mentioned before, I'm a consumer just like you, and I'm always looking for incredible deals. And I found one in the drugstore and it was on sale, and it's amazing. So if you're interested in finding out what that is, then just continue to watch this video. What would you do if I said that you could go to the drugstore, like right now, if you're in Western Canada, and for like about $4.40, you could buy that's right, five amazing makeup brushes. Would you run out and buy the five? I'm pretty sure you would for $4.40. Well, it's possible. What I'm talking about, I'm just going to show you the box because I have already unboxed it so that I can show you, is the Real Techniques Deluxe gift set. This was it. It came out around November, December, so it's been out 4 or 5 months. And it is actually the Real Techniques. So if you don't know Real Techniques, these are the two girls. There's Sam and Nick. They're both sisters that are makeup artists from the UK that are YouTube celebrities. And they came up with their line of brushes that they used in their own practice and then put out for the general public. And that's the Real Techniques brand. So this kit came with the 5 brushes as shown here on the back, 2 of them to be exclusive to this particular kit, and also came with a little sort of clutch carrying bag as well. So really 6 pieces, but 5 of them brushes for the full retail price. Hang on, $21.99 Canadian. Originally, they were $35 Canadian, $34.99, and I found them on sale at London Drugs just about 2 weeks ago for $21.99. So I'm just going to get into the brushes with you because I think they're just amazing. And I knew about Real Techniques, but I've only ever purchased the one brush. This brush was just a little shading brush that I actually use for concealer, under eye concealer, and this brush by itself, which was a really good drugstore price, was like $9. So the first brush is this, and you will notice that the difference, obviously not so much in size, but in the actual sort of ferrule, is that the limited edition brushes that are the high shine ferrule brushes. You will also notice that they have different colors. So anything that is pink is really a multitask type of brush. Anything that is gold is foundation or for your face, and anything that is purple is for your eyes. So I'm just going to get into it right now. The first brush we have is like my ride or die brush, excuse me. First time I used it was just the other day. I was trying to shoot a video to kind of do a makeup tutorial, but I will just tell you from using this compared to my MAC brush, compared to my Optics Blurring Urban Decay brush that are the $40 and $45 brushes, this multitask brush is hands down amazing. And unlike my MAC brush, and I'm not running MAC down, I love MAC, but unlike my MAC brush, these brushes don't shed at all. You could just rub it on as hard as you wanted. It's not going to shed, and that's very impressive. The other thing is that they're nice and densely packed brushes, so you'll kind of see the head of this brush. It's nicely cut and sort of slightly tapered till it gets to the top. They're synthetic bristles. All of them are synthetic, and what that means to you is they're good for creams, they're good for powders, and they're good for liquids. So they are completely interchangeable. Like I said, this brush that I bought for $9 before was my first Real Techniques brush. It's supposed to be for like eyeshadows, and I use it for a liquid, which is the under eye concealer. So really just go to it, use it for whatever purpose you want. That's the beauty of these particular brushes. It's why you need to just run out to London Drugs and go buy it, because $21.99 for 5, I mean, doesn't matter if you have 100 brushes, just add to your inventory. The other thing about these brushes as well is that each brush actually has it labeled on the brush ferrule what the brush is meant for. And that really helps when you're just sort of starting out and you're not really sure you want to use brushes to get a really nice professional application to your makeup, but you're not sure what all the different shapes and sizes of brushes are. You don't have to worry about that. You just look and it'll say this is the multitask brush. So today specifically I used it to put on blush and setting powders. You can use it also as a bronzer. And basically I just take my blush at the end and just kind of nicely sort of sweep it on my cheeks. And what I love about this, other than that the synthetic hairs are so soft, is that it just applies the right amount of actual pigmentation on the skin, which is like, I don't know, magic. It should be called the Multi-Magic Task Brush. But anyways, this is probably one of my favorites just because it is so soft, and I can use it for setting powder with my Laura Mercier setting powder. I can use it for my high definition, high pigmented blushes like this NYX one, or I can just use it for my bronzer like a Hoola bronzer. Anyways, amazing, amazing brush. The next brush I'm just going to show you is actually their tapered foundation brush. So gold means for the face. They really recommend this really for liquid, very densely packed brush as well. It's a flat, almost like a paddle brush, and then of course it's cut to have that dome shape. And what is the benefit of having a dome shape is that you can get into all the sort of nooks and crannies of your face. So I'm just going to put a little foundation. I put that here, and especially for us gals when we're red around the nose or in the eyes, here you can really just go sideways and you can just really sweep that kind of all in the sort of areas that you need. And then you just basically sort of blend it all out. Now, interestingly enough, I don't generally apply my foundation with any kind of foundation tapered brushes. I use a beauty blender or I'll use my larger kabuki brush just because it gets a little bit more ground covered quickly. I have to say, I did apply my foundation today with this particular brush, and what I did find actually was that it was really nice and there was no brush strokes. I mean, because it's so densely packed, it was really able to sort of spread all the foundation around and get it into all the particular areas that I needed to get it in. So it's just a nice little added brush and one of the special edition brushes in this 5-piece kit. So I think that you will really, really like it. I certainly won't be throwing it out. I'll be using it. I think I'll still continue with my foundation on my beauty blender. That's really just the way that I sort of feel most comfortable applying it. You could also use it if you wanted to put contouring on and then do some fine baking of that contour line. You could certainly use that as well. That would be perfect task for that. Okay, the next one is another really great sort of brush. I'm just going in the order that the package shows them. And this little brush here, purple being for the eyes, this is the base shadow brush. This is what they call it. So you can see the tip again. It's just beautifully sort of cut and tapered right at the top. And what's amazing about this brush, having used it today for the first time, is it is so incredibly soft. There is no tugging, no pulling, and that's saying a lot because, I mean, I have hooded eyes. So when you're trying to put your makeup on and there is absolutely like no pulling of the actual skin, you can really sort of see the lay of the land and you can get, you know, all of your eyeshadows in the appropriate places. So I used it just for my base shade, and then leaving my eyes open, I just kind of went in and I just did a little bit in the crease. The other thing I'm going to say that I like about the fact that these brushes are non-shedding is they're not weighted specifically, but they have, each brush has that small sort of black tapered end that you can see right here. And I find that really lovely because when you want to have the most finest touch and not too much pressure on your brush. You can hold it down the furthest end of the ferrule and you really get sort of a very, very light touch, and you just kind of let your hand and the bristles do the work instead of, you know, the actual pressure. So it really allows for the lightest pressure possible, and that's really nice, especially if you're going for that sort of makeup, no makeup look, if you're going for something that's not sort of full glam in your face makeup and you want everything to blend and be nice, which most of us do. I love it for that. So anyways, that is the base shadow brush. The next brush is the second special edition. Remember I said out of the 5 there's the 2. So the first one was the tapered foundation brush, and then this beautiful little angled highlighter brush. So just take a look at sort of the angle of that. Again, so soft, so lovely to have my Hourglass, my incandescent strobing highlighter powder. Just going to take a little product there, just on the tip, and then I'm just going to apply it to the nose like so. Oh yeah, it's like really, really, really pretty. And again, it just has the softest synthetic bristles, so it just really sort of helps to kind of glide everything on just as you would like. So there, does that sound good? I really like that. Wow, shiny nose. Okay, so anyways, that is the angled highlighter brush, and love that one. Absolutely love that one. This is the eyeliner brush. Now today I didn't have any liquid or gel eyeliner because for me I put them on with kind of the pen sort of delivery system, but if you had a gel you could certainly use that, or liquid, but I tight lined my actual upper lid, so when I was putting my makeup on this morning I just took a little of the Max Fix-It spray, sprayed it on the end, dabbed that into the burgundy really dark eyeshadow that I was using, and then just kind of tight lined the very bottom. The beauty about this again is holding it at sort of the grip end, you kind of are able to really sort of, you could get a really dramatic cat eye flick to the end of that. I mean, just look at how precise that actual tip is. So another end, so light this one. This is so light, it just feels like there's barely anything in your hand. So really, really cool. My 2 favorites are the multitask brush, all over use brush, and this beautiful base shadow brush, which is just so soft. Like, I absolutely love that. But none of them I feel are duds. They're all really good, and they will all definitely go into my makeup brush collection. And then the bonus kind of gift with purchase was, like I said, this little clutch bag. So it's kind of cute. It's a little bit bigger than a business envelope, and then it has the Real Techniques sort of badge on the front of it, the logo, and then this is the inside. So I mean, not very big, but certainly big enough that you could throw in your favorite lippy and your bank card or a credit card and your cell phone, and just walk out the door and you would be ready to partay. If you are in the UK or Dublin, Ireland, you can get the Real Techniques brushes at any of the Boots stores. If you're in the United States, you might be able to get them at CVS and Walgreens, and of course if you're in Canada, then run to the London drugstore. But anyways, that's all the video today. I really hope that you liked it. Again, it's always just sort of with a nod to sort of just a bang for your buck, and just kind of hanging out and having fun talking about all things to do with makeup. So I hope that you all have an absolutely fabulous week, and don't work too hard. Bye.